Look at this. It's Lucky. Lucky is a horse, of course. It's a sometimes vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. I sang that really weird. And I sang it really weird because I had no option to sing it any other way. My face is still totally and completely heimbuched. Do you hear that sound? That is the sound of the springtime roundup. And look at all the tables from the springtime roundup and the Chuck Wagon Delights booths from the spring and all the stuff from the big springtime roundup festivities. But there is no springtime roundup going on because it's summer. So what in the heimbuck is happening here? I'll tell you what's happening. Disneyland's a little crowded, what with the grad night crowds, with summer officially starting.
I know
and
you.
Open up. How's it going?
I love your
Jamboree area. No problem.
I love your
Justin,
YouTube. Yes.
nice to meet you.
Same
What's
here.
your name?
My name is Dan Vargas.
Dan, now we're
I
in this.
love him.
Now you're in this vlog with me. I'll probably run into you again. It's nice to meet you.
Take care.
Thank you, Dan. So they've opened up the roundup, the Big Thunder Jamboree area. I think it's a little crowd relief, or maybe just by accident. But either way, it was pretty weird and surreal to go in there. The rest of Disneyland, not that you can really tell from the Big Thunder Ranch at the moment, is actually kind of crowded. And speaking of heimbuched, by the way, I always felt a little guilty saying heimbuched, using heimbuched as my kind of universal expletive. It's replaced all swear words and all bad words for me. Everything's heimbuched. Look at this guy. He stuck a fork in that guy and really heimbuched him, right? Oh, my tire popped. It really heimbuched my whole road trip. Well, 5 minutes ago, I just met Jeff. And Jeff Heimbuck never really thought it was all that funny. You know what I mean? At first, he was like, oh, do you have to use my name as a swear word replacement? But I just met, 5 minutes ago, the parents of Jeff Heimbuck? Jeff Heimbuck has parents? First, I turned Jeff Heimbuck's name into a question by constantly going up to him and saying, Jeff Heimbuck? Which really started because I go up to Adam too, and whenever I see Adam the Woo in real life, I go, Adam the Woo, really loud, so that if, in case there are any of Adam the Woo's fans around, they notice him and bother him. Or I used to do that before he had any fans, really, just go up to people and say their name all loud and obnoxiously as if they're famous, like Roger Rabbit here, who is very famous. So I would, for example, it would be like going up to Roger and going, Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit? Or going up to, I don't know, I can't think of anybody else. Who else is famous? Somebody like this is saying, Pluto the dog? Oh, he wants to sniff you. He's sniffing you. He's sniffing you. Hi, Pluto. You look really nice with those bunny ears. You're still wearing those bunny ears? You need a summer outfit. He needs a summer outfit. This man, or going up to this guy and being like, violin guy from Big Thunder Ranch? I don't know his name. That's really sad too, because I've hung out with that guy quite a bit, and well, not hung out with him, but I sat there and watched him play violin quite a bit. Look at Roger Rabbit over here, one of my favorite characters. I can't do it right now. And there's Jesse over here walking around. So they've opened this up mostly for the character meet and greets, which is really good. So if you ever are walking around Disneyland and you see the Big Thunder Ranch Jamboree area open, it's always the best place to come and see some characters. And for whatever reason, they still have the springtime roundup characters. Even though the springtime roundup is done, they've still got all the characters walking around, enjoying their life, enjoying their day. Super weird and strange. One of the weirdest and strangest of all is Minnie Mouse. Minnie's still wearing that springtime dress. Look at this. Oh, there's my WCW right there. Minnie Mouse. She's looking great. Which means that maybe Mickey will be popping out here in a minute. I don't know. Anyway, this is the perfect place to cool off, relax, talk to you guys for a minute without getting interrupted by all the crazy grad night kids here. Even though it's Saturday, there's a bunch of grad night kids. Summer crowds have officially started. Oh yeah, so anyway, jumping backwards, I met Jeff Heimbuck's parents. And Jeff Heimbuck's parents think that the Heimbucks thing is hilarious. And since I'm gonna go ahead and say they have the trademark on the expression heimbuched, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I now have permission, and so do you, through me, to use heimbuched as a expletive and a pejorative forever. Because they think it's hello, because they think it's really funny. It is really funny. And we should all continue to replace every frustrating word. Oh look, there's Minnie right there. Hi Minnie. Every frustrated word and every bad word shall now be replaced with heimbuched universally. Oh my gosh, I stubbed my toe. I really heimbuched my foot. Right? Heimbuched. It's so great. Sorry, I didn't mean to heimbuck you there by running into you.
I don't really care about
Oh, look, his camouflage hat. If you got orange paint on it, it would ruin the camouflage. It would really heimbuck his hat. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's look at Roger Rabbit for 1 second. I am staying very positive. You spent yesterday not vlogging, just sitting down, doing nothing, because as you can hear, I think, my face is still super full. It's spinning when I talk. Chaos is happening because I had this little tiny cold. When I was going up in all the crazy elevation, driving all over the place, and going out to the desert, it just totally heimbucked my sinuses, and they just got real full. My ears wouldn't even pop. So I was going from 8,000 foot elevation down to sea level, basically, out here at Disneyland, which is 300 feet or something like that. And my ears never popped on the way down. They still haven't popped. I can do the face thing and the popping thing. So, well, they popped a little bit, actually. I take that back. They did pop once. Around Hesperia, but they didn't pop all the way down from the, from there to here. So it's just a lot of face fullness. It's a lot better, but my voice doesn't sound all that much better. Because I really haven't been resting from talking. So here it is. So I sat down yesterday. I spent a lot of time thinking, and a lot of people have asked, and I had to do some. I don't even know how to tell you guys all the stuff that I need to tell you because it's been so many days and I've had so much on my mind ever since this last trip. Okay, so here we go. So this last trip I went on because Allie's sister, Amanda, is graduating from high school. She was getting, and it was her birthday, so she had this concert to go to, so I went to this concert with them. Then she had her senior trip, which I ended up going on that too because I lost my voice and I couldn't film what I wanted to film on the way home, which was the ghost town of Bodie. So I ended up going the other way, spending time in California, and I thought, okay, when I left, I was like, well, forget it. I don't have the voice, I can't do the Random Land videos, but at the last second I was like, you know what, I'm going to try to do it anyways, even with no voice. I'm a creative guy, I've got a can-do attitude, so I'll figure something out. I ended up going to Virginia City, filming in Virginia City. That's being edited right now, slowly, sorry about that. Nevada, Mark Twain stuff there, huge Comstock Lowe's silver mining thing. Go back on this channel and see the vlog from Virginia City if you'd like. It's a pretty good vlog, I must say. Well, other people said, actually, I haven't watched it back, so I don't know if it's good or not. But went to Virginia City, Nevada, and I still thought, okay, I'm gonna get Bodie on the way home. What happened was, I ran super low of money because I had to get a hotel in Virginia City by accident. What happened was I got there a little too late. Everything closes at 4:30 there, or at least on the weird weekdays before school is out. And I didn't get that. I also meant to go to Coloma, California, where they discovered gold in California. I did go there, but it was full of field trippers who were all on their very last field trip of the year. I should show you guys some of the scenery while I'm talking. Full of field trippers who were going on their last field trip of the year, so they were all enjoying the beautiful sights, sounds, and smells of Coloma. So I did not get to film the Gold Discovery State Park the way I intended to. So a bunch of frustrating stuff. By the time I had filmed Virginia City and it was over, I got down to Bodie and the state park was closed. It's a state park. It was actually closing. There was a ranger sitting on the road, and they closed the road to through traffic unless you had crazy four-wheel drive stuff because you were going past Bodie. It's on a dirt road, which is not really maintained after the actual ghost town. So I was turned around, heimbucked by circumstance, could not film. I did not have the cash to stay in the hotel for another day, and more importantly, even if I had pulled money, say, out of savings or something like that, and I'll get to why I didn't have the money in a second, because it's not like I was completely poor, I just didn't have the money to do that. I had been gone at that point for 6 days from home. Well, what happens is when I'm gone for 6 days from home, I've been uploading vlogs from the phone. So they end up being kind of low resolution, they end up being shorter, which is, I guess, not too bad. You know, you're getting a vlog still, so that's fine. You guys are getting the vlogs, you're happy to watch the vlogs, I'm happy to do the vlogs, but I can't vlog for the length of time that I would like to vlog. I'm gonna go take, look at Roger's doing nothing. Poor Roger here, he looks bored. Hi, Roger. You know why I like you? You make me laugh. These guys want to talk to you, but you just look so sad alone, and I just wanted to hug you. And look at this, me and Roger, best friends. We're like kin. Look how similar we look. See, me and this guy, best pals. Anyway, so I was gone for 6 days. I don't have a laptop. So 2 things about not having a laptop. Number 1, when I film videos, I cannot dump the footage onto an external hard drive or onto anything because I don't have any computer to transfer the files from. And I know I sound annoyed. And that's because I came up with this invention a long time to handle that, and nobody wanted to invent my invention, and I'm bitter about it. No, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not really kidding. That's actually a true story. We'll get to that some other future day. When they do invent it, I'll be freaking out about it. Trust me. So I don't have a laptop, so I can't dump the footage anywhere. So when my memory cards are full, they're full. So that's one challenge. Second challenge, I have no way of uploading the vlog except for using my phone. And so if I have to keep moving to go film something, that would mean the upload speeds, even on Wi-Fi, like, oh, go to a McDonald's, they have Wi-Fi, or Starbucks. Sometimes, even a 5 to 10 minute vlog at 720p, or let's even say 360p sometimes, on those Wi-Fi things can take hours to upload. Don't ask me why. And a 30-40 minute sometimes vlog, like what you guys are used to, can take an hour, even at someone's house on high-speed Wi-Fi at a hotel. I would say probably 2 or 3 hours. So I never had a laptop where I could just download the video onto the laptop, maybe leave the laptop behind in a hotel, or leave the laptop at someone's house while I could still go out and film videos. So it's kind of, you do one or you do the other, all because I don't have a stinking laptop. So my memory cards are full. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I can't buy new memory cards. Bodie is closed. Even if I stay in a hotel, I don't know that I have enough memory cards to get to town. I'm totally out of money because I know I need to buy this laptop, and I have a little bit of money in savings, and I'm going to use the money in savings. I don't want to tap the savings to stay there. So anyway, so the whole circumstance is very heimbuched. This backstory is important here if you're following me. And mostly, I'm going to talk about me and my plans now for Random Land and these videos. That's what I'm going to do because I'm sick, and why not? This is what I've been thinking about the last couple of days. So if you're watching this just thinking you're going to look at a lot of Disneyland stuff, I'm probably going to forget, and it's going to be mostly my face. Look at these goats. Goat get them, guys. That's the worst joke I've ever made. Where was I at? Okay, so I couldn't do it. Very frustrating. So I shoot down 395 back home, and on the way, there's Manzanar, which is a Japanese relocation camp, internment camp from World War II. Really always wanted to go there and film there, so I got out of the car at nighttime and sort of probed it with a flashlight, walked around, flashlight on the phone. Really cool. A bunch of stuff up and down 395. Having to pass Death Valley, watching the moon actually rise out of Death Valley on my left as I'm traveling down 395, thinking, I want to go that way so bad. They do too. Because there's 5 very weird things in Death Valley I would really dearly love to film. My passion, you guys know I love Disneyland, so that just goes without saying. But a passion project for me, one thing I wanted to work on from the beginning, is to mix the funny and the cool videos and all the excitement and the ADD-ness of what I do with history, with being able to learn something, a little culture there. So one of the things I really want to do is do videos from national parks. So Death Valley is high on my list, because who the heck goes to Death Valley, particularly in the summer? It's honestly a pain to get there. It's a pain to be there. It's very expensive, hotel-wise and all that kind of stuff. It's very inconvenient to camp. What the heck is Roger doing? Just let's look at that for a second. That's awesome. So anyway, oh. Yosemite, look at, here's Rabbit over here. Look at Rabbit. He looks lonely. He's so lonely. He just wants to say hello to you. Hi, Rabbit. How are you? Look at this. Now we're in a picture together. Isn't that great? Remember that time Pooh's butt was your shelf? That was one of the best times of all that. You don't look like you enjoyed it that much, but the rest of us really appreciated it. So thanks for putting up with that crazy bear. Anyway. So I knew I had to come home, because I had to come home to get footage uploaded so there could be any Random Land. A week means that I was already at the deadline for the next Random Land. Coming home means it's going to take another week to edit it, which means I'm going to be 2 weeks behind on Random Land. I can't edit on the go because I had no laptop, so the laptop thing had to happen. Already super broke, no money. There has been no fundage in the Random Land fund forever. I pulled money out of my personal savings account and just purchased right now, borrowed money from myself, from the future, from future car insurance or health insurance or whatever it is. There's Minnie, look at, she's creeping. Do you see her creeping back there? She loves us. Anyway, borrowed money. I'm going to say hi to Minnie in a second, but she looks like she's going to be busy here for a moment with these people. Borrowed money, borrowed. My father's Canadian. Borrowed money from myself. Ironically though, his family has been in the United States since 1640. 1640, before there was a United States, and the first English mayor of New York had the same last name as my family, so figure that one out. There you go. No, my last name isn't Scarred. That's just what I'm called, because I'm handsome, says my mother. So, borrowed money from myself to buy this laptop, used, of course, because I'm not a fancy man. I'm not a fancy man. Just to be able to work. So now I'll be able to stay out longer and actually film more things in a row, be able to dump the footage on backup hard drives. I'll be able to edit some footage on the go so that I won't miss random lanes anymore. I'll be able, theoretically, to upload the vlogs a little easier. There's sometimes when you go out in the middle of nowhere where it's still very difficult to upload the vlogs, and a lot of times I have to upload it on my data on my phone, which is very, very expensive. I bring all of this up because I am not a rich person. I do some graphic design work on the side, aside from doing videos and obviously the shirts and all the donations and things like that. But for the most part, this has become my full-time job because, as I put it to Roscoe Soul Train, who was cutting my hair one time, I said, think about it this way. I was at this weird crossroads after I was getting divorced, or I was getting out of the house from my ex-wife. At this weird crossroads where I was like, do I go and work at like a Walmart or something? What do I do now? Because for those of you who don't know, the short version of my story is that I was married. I had celiac disease, so I was home. I couldn't work for years and years and years. And I was basically a stay-at-home dad, husband thing forever and ever and ever. My ex-wife decided that she no longer wanted that life. It had nothing to do with me. She did some things that were regrettable, but we won't mention. And basically it was over. So I was at this weird crossroads between, do I keep doing what I'm doing now, or do I go try and get some job at Walmart or something like that? And talking to friends and family and all of you, I realized that you can't leave your house and make 100 people smile in a day. That would be a crazy challenge, right? Maybe we should try that challenge someday. To leave your house and make 100 strangers smile. Like really cheer up 100 strangers. And I realized when I was doing the vlogs, in the very early days of even the vlogs, not talking about Random Land, not talking about whatever else, in the early days of just doing the vlogs, that there were hundreds of you guys who were all saying you were cheered up and happy and you liked the videos and we were hanging out together. And I realized, well, I don't want to have to stop doing what I'm doing, creating the Random Land videos and doing the vlogs and doing the Instagrams and all the stuff and all the fun and all the adventures that we're having. To do what? To make very little money? To do what? To get an apartment so I could make more little money? So right now, over time, being a weird artist, and so I've never had a normal job for years and years and years. I've always done weird art stuff or been a musician or doing all that stuff. But now pretty much my full-time occupation is Live Fast, Die Poor stuff and these videos, which, of course, there are ads on the videos, which do pay a very, very tiny amount. I mean, honestly, tiny amount. I could not live off that amount, not even just in food. Then there's the t-shirts, which do help mostly with food. And then there's donations. You guys have the option to donate, which helped a lot with gasoline and stuff like that. So there's some months where, based on other people's generosity and based on whether we have cool shirts or something like that, hey, there's money there and we can go anywhere. We can go all the way to Death Valley. We can do Star Wars filming locations. We can do all kinds of stuff. And there's some months where I literally just eat white rice and nothing else, and that's the way it is. And that's the way anything goes. If you believe in yourself or you have any kind of dream or goal, which my goal is obviously doing this and making all of you guys happier. Sorry that the quality of today is a little heimbuched, but the quality of my face is a little heimbuched today. If you have any kind of goal or dream, you have to invest in yourself, you have to invest time. So suffering is really not a thing. I don't care about having to eat just white rice and not living on my own. I do not live on my own. I live somewhere where it's free, and I've chosen to do that on purpose because nobody has ever achieved anything by not trying. So if you go and work a 40-hour-a-week job to live the very white bread normal life, you're never going to break out of that bubble. Does that make sense? So I'm doing my best to not let any of you down and to do what I'm doing. So as a result, many people have asked me how they can help. One of the ways people have suggested that I do forever is set up a Patreon account. So Patreon is patreon.com, where you can go and you can pledge money. You can either do it per video. You can set it up one of two ways. I don't really understand it. I just did this. You can either set it up where people pledge, okay, I'm going to donate $1, pay $1 for every video just in uploads, right? And I thought, but I upload the vlogs and I upload Random Land. They're very different. Some people might like one, some people might like the other. Or you can pledge to donate a certain amount of money per month. It's actually not donating, it's patronizing, meaning supporting, not being sarcastic towards, but or looking down on, but to support something. So back in the day, before they made, you know, gramophone records and films, the way any artist would be supported, even barring ticket sales, the way any artist would be supported, say the 1500s, 1600s, all the way back through human history, was they had patrons. So somebody would say, this person's doing something worthwhile, it's valuable to me, I'm going to pay for this person's well, I'm gonna pay for this person's existence so that they can keep doing what they're doing, right? Patronage. That's how art has always worked through all of human history until the 20th century and the advent of recording arts, which kind of changed everything, changed the world economy. But now with the internet, that's going away. Obviously digital downloads and piracy and all this stuff is changing the way the arts work. That's why we have Kickstarter and all these GoFundMe and all these things where now people can support the projects they want to support, and the economy is changing. So for example, all my videos are free. They're never not going to be free. As long as YouTube exists and will let me put something on there for you to watch for free, I will do that. But this way, you can decide if you think, well, how much money is this worth to me per month? If it's worth zero, or you have no money, which trust me, I have rarely ever had money in my entire life. There's plenty of things that I wanted to support and couldn't, plenty of things that I really had to work hard to support because I really believed in them. So don't pay anything if you don't feel like it. But I'm putting this out there for all of the people, hundreds of people who have asked me, how can I help? There's now a Patreon account, which means you can pledge. I think they take it at the end of the month. So you can pledge, like, say, $1. I like watching the vlogs and the videos. It's worth $1 per month in entertainment value to me. So I pledge $1 per month from me for support to you, which is great. That is awesome. Basically, all that money will be used for me existing. So if you'd like me existing, that's good. And also to go towards gas money and equipment and car insurance and things like that so that we continue filming more videos. Okay, so look at all these happy cast members and happy people. This is kind of seriously, this is the island, or the calm of the storm, the eye of the storm here at Disneyland. Minnie Mouse is here, Pluto, Rabbit, and Roger Rabbit, all back here peaceful. Look at everyone's getting along. Look at these goals. Look at this cute couple. I don't want to stick the camera in their face and be rude, because look how cute that is. That is the cutest thing ever. They're sharing a snack back here. The music is playing. I'm feeling all touched. I love it. But I love all kinds of things. Look at that. There's all kinds of stuff I need to film. I've got to go film. You don't understand, there's so much interesting stuff out there. Disneyland is great. I'm going to keep filming at Disneyland. I'm never going to stop. But there's so much stuff everywhere else. There's a whole world of things that are amazing and weird and wonderful and awesome history and so many cool things to go see. I really would like to go see and show you guys. Oh, look, here we have some people doing their prayers over there. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Anyway, something I have never seen before, but it's very cool. How nice. Got your rabbit over here. Anyway, I'm getting distracted now. So my plans, my short-term plans are, I've been very sick. I keep getting sick. Not even really sick, but I just keep losing my voice. And the doctors have told me over and over again, just freaking rest it. Well, I can't stop doing the vlogs, so I'm not going to stop doing the vlogs. I'm not going to stop doing Periscopes. I'm not going to stop doing Instagrams. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing. But I'm going to try and rest as much as possible, which means Random Land, I'm going to edit this Virginia City one as slowly as I can. So for probably, Allie's coming back to town, so I'm going to hang out with her. And I'm going to do all the normal stuff that I do. But in terms of Random Land videos, I'm going to be kind of holding a little bit still for the next week or so. I'm going to just try to look how sick I look, my face. I'm going to try and zen out, relax, zero out, be cool, be calm, and then I'm going to go crazy. Basically, all summer I am going to go nuts, filming as much as I can possibly film, because now that that laptop is on the way, it's being shipped here. It's not here yet. My immediate plan is to, and I've already put this out there in the world, and people have already started donating, and I appreciate that. And by the way, if you want to donate money directly to right now, to the immediate problems of now, gasoline, you can go to livefastnightport.com. On the right hand side there's a donate thing, or you can buy shirts, and you can use Patreon, which is really, really cool too. But I'm planning, this is the plan, 2 weeks, sit at home, be cool, edit this Virginia City thing. I have another Disneyland video that I would really like to film before I leave, and then I'm going to hit the road. I am going to go back to Death Valley. Yes, it'll be the middle of June. Yes, it'll be hot. I'm prepared for that. I might even be July, actually, by the time I leave. 2 to 4 weeks, I'm going to stay around Southern California. But all the month of July, I pretty much plan, till the money runs out, on being gone and filming as much as I can possibly film. For several reasons. People that are screaming, no, film more at Disneyland. Disneyland, spoiler alert, gets really, really crowded in July, and it's almost impossible to film Random Land, little miniature documentary style stuff here when that happens. Not impossible, just really frustratingly difficult. There are all kinds of people, they're bumping into each other. I can't show you the things I want to show you. It takes hours to get in a line to film some little thing inside of a ride. It's very difficult. So why not use that time while it's super crowded in July to film all kinds of crazy other adventures and all kinds of things. So that's what's going to happen in July. My plan is to go back to Death Valley, because I'm crazy, up 395, back to Bodie. We're going to conquer Bodie. We're not going to let a little thing like it being closed for 5 minutes slow me down. There are some other things, Manzanar and other things along the way I would really, really dearly like to film. Plan to go back up towards the Virginia City area. Not sure if I'll revisit Virginia City. I would like to, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure that there's a video value in doing that. Cross back over the Sierra Nevada mountains into the Sacramento area, probably rest in the North Bay or Central California for a second, then scoop back down towards Yosemite and all kinds of other crazy stuff in California. It's not a big, massive cross-country road trip or anything. There they go. Here go the characters. They've had their time. They've had their moments with all their fans. There's Minnie. She's waving hello. Look at her. Isn't she sweet? And there's Roger, my best friend. Kind of my twin brother. Look at them. Look what a fantastic job they do. And by they, I mean Minnie Mouse and Roger Rabbit, because, of course, that's who's in front of us, right? It's nobody else. It's nobody else, you understand. There they go. No one's watching. They don't know we're watching. You see what's happening there? Wonderful thing. Here goes Pluto with his friends. Goodbye, Pluto. Goodbye. I gotta be heading along as well. That's my plan. So I'm gonna be chill and resting next couple of days. I'll be on Periscope. I'll be hanging out, doing vlogs, doing other wonderful things. This guy was saying some stuff over here. I have no idea what he was saying. But I'm going to be chill. It's the calm before the storm. There's all kinds of crazy stuff I want to film. So I'm putting it out there because I've always worked as a musician, and I was always terrible, even when I was a musician, about putting the hat out. Do you see what I'm saying? I realize that I'm doing something. I realize that not everybody likes it. Not everybody has to support it. I'm not asking you to do anything that you would not like to do. But if you would like to contribute, say $1 a month or something like that, go to patreon.com/justthescarred. That's the address. Or there's a donate button on thefaststepper.com where you can buy a t-shirt, or you can just keep watching for free forever. It doesn't bother me in the least. I'm still going to do, come heck or high water, by hook or by crook, what it is that I'm trying to do, because I believe in myself. But I appreciate every single other person who believes in me, who has been so supportive and so wonderful, who's contributed financially, verbally, by writing all these cool letters to me, to the quest for positivity, to the vlogs, to the Instagrams and Snapchats and all the different things that we do to try to keep you guys smiling. It does take a lot of work, honestly, and it does take a lot of effort sometimes to just keep that going and to think, when I'm having a bad day, but it's also been a huge blessing, because think about it this way, when I'm having a bad day, sometimes there are people coming up to me being, I love your videos, they're so positive and this stuff, and that makes me think, why am I having a bad day? You know, it pulls me out of being selfish, basically, and having a bad negative day, to where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get the camera and we're gonna do some funny Snapchats, or we're gonna keep making videos, or we're gonna do some things and stay positive and make other people happy, instead of wallowing in my own sadness or my own personal frustrations. So anyway, that's the situation. I've now spent 30 minutes ranting about God knows what, talking to you all about the weirdest stuff. Look at Rabbit. There goes Rabbit, the last of the characters out here. He was the last one out and the last one to leave. Well, I think Minnie was actually the last out, but goodbye, Rabbit. Goodbye, Rabbit. Goodbye, Rabbit. You hear how bad I sound? I sound so bad. Anyway, 30 minutes that I've spent discussing what was wrong, what I've done to fix it so far, how you can help me fix it if you so choose. You don't have to. Do not worry. Please, I hope you watch this video so that you can hear me say, the videos are free, they'll always be free. I do this because I love doing it, and I also do this in a large part, it's become a full-time thing because I love all of you, and because you guys have completely changed my life, and I'm gonna keep going for now. As long as this possibly can go, I'm gonna keep going. So, I love you all. I wish I could just eat these pears and didn't need any money for food. I wish I could just bite into this fake pear. I really need to shave my face, also maybe to wash it. Showering is a thing I should probably be doing. I've been sick, so I've just been laying there like a slob. being fully honest now. LiveFastLivePartyspreadshirt.com, Patreon.com/JustinScarred. Justin Scarred on Twitter. Get at me on Twitter. Let's hang out on Twitter because I will be on Periscope as well later. I love you all. Goodbye. Well, later and earlier. If you don't know what Periscope is, it's an app. You can download it. They have it for Android now too. Download Periscope. Maybe we can hang out on Periscope together. I love you all. Goodbye.